Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick.
This is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard! Leopard!
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. It's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Geno Atkins in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is Bell on the dump off. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They're going to look to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Gun.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Going deep here for Bryant. This is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go play action here on 1st down. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Over!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off around the 37. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now the ball comes loose. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's a Ajayi, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Heinz Field after this. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A give to Bell. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Goes underneath for Bell. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Carr. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Ajayi, and an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are in for 6. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense. With 2 guys going up for the football, which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. They'll try and run it with Ajayi. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. A beautiful fake. This is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
The give is to Bell. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Detroit!
Back to throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Out left side here to Bryant. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw his Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now back to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
No, Jack, Patriot.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds McDonald. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gone!
They'll set up to throw. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. Now they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good play.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, They'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds a number 2 and number 4 spots for most receivers.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Carr going to throw. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they're talking about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after after that run.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over.
Here's a give to Bell running left. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it with Bell. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Leopard.
They'll look to throw here. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Watch him now, Barney. Over.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Gun! Leopard!
Again, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They'll go again with Bell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Detroit!
Here's Bell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This for the lead in the final stages. And Boswell's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock, so tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. It's a gain of 5 on the play. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. He's back to throw. And incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just 1 point completion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up. No crazy plays. And they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here. And a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running left is Bell. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Going for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice. And
he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a